Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so comforting. Okay, I can't even think. Wow, it's delicious.
It's such a nice treat to get a coursed out meal and eat in peace.
And fresh.
Yeah. Ooh, our third course is up.
Next up, we have a Housemade Pesto Linguine with fresh Parmesan Reggiano, grated, toasted pine nuts, and basil.
How
Enjoy.
pretty presented. I love that it's not the traditional like circular mountain of pasta. This is a beautifully elongated version.
Wait, you don't want to take a picture first?
Oh,
I'll airdrop it to you. That's a work of art.
Here, get one of these shots. Oh, get the slow-mo video.
There you go.
You feel like a food influencer, or what is that we call them? Okay, I'm getting in.
Looks good. Okay, let's see.
So good. Brandon, it's so good! I'm like... I mean, pesto pasta, when I saw it on the menu, I was like, okay, I've had a lot of pesto pastas, but this is so good. Speaking of which, what's your favorite comfort food?
I'd say pasta's one of them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like a meaty, a bolognese, or a baked ziti pasta. I like something meaty, warm, red sauce, lots of layers.
I would say, yeah. Like whenever I think of like, oh, you know, is it like noodles or rice? Noodles are always my favorite, and I would say comfort like noodle soup. Any pho, like the Hotyu kimchi. Shout out to Kimchi and San Gabriel.
So what's your favorite date night spot?
I do love Agnes in Pasadena. Because it's like their bar scene is, or just like the bar is really beautiful. Their food, I would say like I love the service and just the ambiance that you get when you're there.
We don't really have a go-to, but we always opt for like hot pot or sushi's a good one because it's there's different courses to it, and it allows you to slow down and just really enjoy the meal. I mean, you know, we're constantly eating really fast and rushing, especially when you're dining out with little ones. It's hard to enjoy.
Yeah.
So
Hot pot, yeah, I remember my
pot's a
friend
good one.
told me that that was her favorite thing to do for date night, because it's like, it's an activity you do together, and it really does just like, you slow down, you don't feel the need to rush and enjoy and have a conversation.
what's the stereotype of realtors you think is true?
I mean, realtors, they are hustlers in many ways, because you do have to be very proactive, and sometimes that does come off as kind of pushy, which I don't like, and that I don't like to be associated with, but like underlying there is that hustle mentality, because you are your own boss. You are like, what you do is ultimately like what helps you put food on the table, but sometimes there's some like cheesy salesiness to it, and I mean, there's a lot of real estate content out there that has that to it, and so there's some truth to that.
There are definitely some like bougie realtors that, it's funny because when we go caravanning in LA, we caravan on Thursdays, you just see, you know, the line of cars,
The line of
the Teslas, BMWs, or big SUVs, and it's
you know, the realtors have shown up.
yeah, there you go. Ooh, what's one cooking tip or hack you use religiously?
Make enough so there's leftovers the next day. I really realized you can't just make enough for the meal right there. You're like, you just gotta cook it all.
Yeah,
That's cook all the ingredients, like get the whole dish made, so there's plenty of leftovers to go around.
Do you do the boiled egg? Do you have any boiled eggs? Okay, there is a boiled egg hack my mom shared with me. She didn't share with you?
Probably did, but
Oh, okay.
I don't make that.
You don't, okay. You dip the eggs, or, you know, once you boil them, you have to boil them for 7 minutes if you want that yolky, golden yolk. And then as soon as you bring them up from the boiler, you gotta dip them in ice cold water so that they're very easily to peel.
Do you do that?
Yeah, and it's a game changer.
this pasta. It's so good. It's
Brandon, this is fettuccine? Yeah?
This is linguine.
Linguine. Oh gosh, linguine. It's linguine. It's just, when I think of pesto's pasta, sometimes I'm like, oh, it's so light, but I love how cheesy this is, and I think it's from the fresh parm. Like it all blended with the olive oil, the basil, the pine nuts blend.
The noodles are cooked
Really well.
yeah, al dente. Still has a nice chew to it.
And it's so comforting because it's like rich but balanced and
It's like you want to bathe.
it's so nice to have someone cook for you in your own home. Such a treat. Cheers to us!
Yeah, cheers. Just
Cheers.
cheers, because
Monday morning, afternoon.